So welcome everyone to Sunday Sadhana. So let's start by getting comfortable. We'll spend a few moments in the seated position, just an opportunity to root down and settle in, and then we'll come down to the floor. So just reminding you that everything is invitational for this practice. Please feel free to honor your own body, listen to your own body, do as much or as little as you wish. So you're in charge. The good thing about us being in a group is that sometimes we might give ourselves a little bit too much slack. So just really encouraging you to meet your edges, and maybe even because of this spring energy and this new moon energy, maybe to slightly push against those edges a little bit. So this is a great time for growth, whereas the winter is more for maintenance. This time is us expanding and breaking through, breaking out of the limitations that we impose upon ourselves. So let's begin with a moment of dropping down and in. So inviting your attention down into your sit bones, into your pelvis, your tailbone, your buttocks, just noticing what's in contact with the ground. So also your thighs, your shins, calves, ankles, and feet. Dropping awareness down into your seat. And giving yourself a moment to awaken your imagination as we start to send our roots down, imaginary roots growing down from sit bones and tailbone, down, down, through the floorboards, through the foundations of your building, down through the concrete, down through the bedrock, down, down, down towards the center of the earth, the womb of the earth, connecting to the heart of Gaia. And perhaps even imagine wrapping your roots 3 times around the very center, the very heart of the earth, anchoring yourself to her, to the Great Mother. Connecting yourself to the source of life, allowing your heartbeat to attune to Gaia's. Just starting to harmonize and bring yourself into alignment with the earth. So inviting a deeper breath, a longer breath, as we start to breathe down into the diaphragm, into the lower lungs. And breathing up into the shoulders and the neck, breathing into the back ribs and the side ribs. And as you exhale, gently drawing belly to spine. So we're starting to gently awaken the abdominal muscles. Exhaling, and also inviting you to lift up the perineum as you exhale. So we'll inhale to release and relax. And exhale, gently lift and squeeze, engaging your pubococcygeal muscles. Inhale, release and relax. Exhale to lift and squeeze, anus and genitals. And let's see if we can do it very gently and softly. This lifting and squeezing, and inhale to gently release and relax. Waking up the root. Waking up Muladhara chakra. And so another way to wake up this chakra is to chant the Bija mantra for this chakra, this Muladhara. We call it the Agni mantra. So it's with the mouth wide open. So it's this fire mantra. So it's a wide open mouth. So you can relax your anus and genitals now, relax the root as we start to make sound. So deep breath in. No competition to who can be the longest, just really honoring your own breath, your own lung capacity. Start and finish in your own breath. Deep breath in. Maybe you can drop a little bit deeper the pitch, maybe for this last one. Deep breath in. Just noticing the activation, relax. I'm going to do a little bit of moving forwards and backwards towards the back edge of the sit bones, towards the front edge of the sit bones. Inhale, heart forwards. Exhale, shoulders roll forwards. Open up the back of your heart. Inhale, pushing the heart forwards. Broaden your collarbones. Exhale, waking up the root. Good, let's do one more like that. Gently waking up your spine. So we're going to inhale to the left sit bone and exhale to the right sit bone. Inhale, exhale. And again, find your own rhythm, your own tempo. Good, last one. And then we'll come back to center, lifting and lengthening from base to crown. And then starting very small, we're going to start to circle around the base of the spine. The upper body circling the lower body. And we'll start to spiral out just a little bit wider. So starting to wake up your hips, your lower back, starting to massage the internal organs, pelvic organs, digestive organs. And encouraging that deeper breath again down into your diaphragm, belly breathing. And then slowly coming back to those really smaller, much smaller circles. Just around the tailbone. And then coming back to stillness. Taking a deep breath in and out. And another one. Just starting to really tune in. Notice what's happening in the internal landscape. And we'll start to circle in the opposite direction. So let's start small. Be generous with your breath. Starting to spiral out. Good, inviting a little bit more movement into the chest, shoulders. Going to start to make those circles a little bit smaller. And then coming back to stillness, back to the center, lifting from base to crown. Unblocking the central channel. Can perhaps imagine a hollow tube of light from base to crown. Shushumna Nadi. Drawing up energies from the earth. And now starting to open up the crown of the head like the aperture of a camera, opening to receive the light from above. Connecting with the sun and the stars and the planets. Calling down your helpers, your guides, inviting them in, your wise and well ancestors, angelic beings, angels, archangels, ascended masters. Tuning in with your own spiritual lineage if you have one. Co-creating sacred space, calling for a layer of protection around your space. Only light, loving, healing energies welcome into this space. So coming back down into the basement of the body, let's stretch out the legs in front. So we can give the knees a little bounce, supporting yourself with your hands just behind your hips, support your spine, and then keeping your feet hip width apart. Let's inhale to the right and we'll exhale to the left. Inhale, exhale, or find your own way. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. Finding your way, what works best for you. So we're going to change the circle direction. Keeping the breath rhythmic and steady, in and out through the nostrils, if that feels okay for you, unless the nose is blocked. So we'll point and flex and point and flex. Good, and then maybe we'll walk the hands down the side of the straight legs, or you may need to bend up your knees and fold over your thighs. So really centering pleasure at the heart of this practice today. Meeting your body, turning towards your body with loving kindness, compassion, infinite patience. Drinking the breath in like a healing elixir. You may like to imagine sunshine, golden, glittering light flowing in as you inhale, as you exhale, releasing waste products, tension, accumulated stress in your system, almost like you're blowing out some exhaust fumes, maybe like a grey smoke, toxins, waste products, cleansing, purifying your body, physically, emotionally, mentally, psychically. Good, so let's come back to sitting. So we'll cross the legs. And we're going to come into the heart center now. So you might like to place your left hand over your left hand over your heart, right hand over your left. And let's take a moment to tune in with the heart. Almost like the nostrils are seated inside your heart center. Awakening that love and compassion for yourself, unconditional love. I love and accept myself as I am, exactly as I am. Welcoming all parts of myself into presence. And so we're going to chant what we call the Vayu mantra now. So we started with the Agni, the fire in the root. Now the Vayu, the wind mantra in the heart. So purifying the heart space, clearing away any emotional residues, anything other than love and joy, kindness, gentleness. So it's going to be the ooh sound. So 3 times. Deep breath in. See if you can get the pitch exactly right for your heart center. And then gently bringing your palms together in this desire, connecting with the desire to bring the sacred masculine and the divine feminine together in unity, to stop the war within, to harmonize these energies, the fire and the water, yin and yang, sun and moon, cultivating the sacred marriage, the union of opposites. And connecting, if you have an intention, if you like to perhaps sow a seed, a sankalpa, a resolve for yourself, for your life in this moment, for this day, for this new moon cycle, right at the beginning of a new lunar cycle, new moon in Taurus. What is your heartfelt desire for yourself, for your life? What is your highest aspiration? So we're going to awaken the Jnana mantra now at the third eye, keeping the palms together in this sacred union at the heart. So this Jnana mantra is the wisdom mantra. So focusing awareness in the third eye now, and we're humming out the breath. So the lips are together, taking a deep breath in, sending your intention out into the world, up into the celestial realms. Deep breath in. Maybe going up a pitch, resonating in the third eye, deep breath in. A swarm of bees awakening your brain, the midbrain, and now we're going to chant the sacred syllable Om, 3 times. So uniting those 3 sounds, the ah, the ooh, the 2 to 3 seconds on each sound, traveling from the root to the crown in your mind's eye. Taking a deep breath in. Ah. Silent om at the top, at the crown, deep breath in. Ah. Ah. From the gross to the subtle, from the superficial to the profound. Lift and lengthen, and exhale, gently bowing the head. In surrender. Surrendering the mind to the light and the wisdom of the heart, the intelligence and the wisdom of the body and of nature. So gently resting the hands down, we'll bring the chin all the way down to the chest. And on the next inhale, lifting face to sky, head up and back. And exhale, chin forwards and down. Inhale, head up and back. And exhale, chin forwards and down. A couple more times. Good, let's keep the chin down for the last one. And we'll start to draw the crescent moon, rolling from shoulder to shoulder. And possibly circling, if that feels good. Take it slow. Keep the back of your neck long. Breathing in, breathing out. Gently, softly. We'll change the circle direction if you're circling. Good, let's come back to center. And we'll take the left ear to the left shoulder. Let both shoulders drop down away from the ears, opening up the side of your neck. Now we can either stay like that or bring your chin down towards your collarbone. You can stay there as you gently draw the left shoulder down, the opposite shoulder, or bring your nose, your chin towards your breastbone, towards the midline of your body. And you're welcome to make little micro movements here, just exploring what feels good for you, easing out your neck, shoulders, trapezius muscles, neck muscles. Good, so we'll come back to center. Let's do the same on the other side. So we can start like this, opening up the side of your neck. Drop your shoulders down, take some breaths. Just starting to notice any differences between the left and the right side of your body today. Perhaps chin to collarbone. And perhaps the nose, tip of the nose towards the breastbone. And then maybe some little movements here and there, this way or that. Exploring, discovering for yourself what feels good, what doesn't feel so good. All right, good. So we'll come back to center. So let's roll out the shoulders, forwards, up, back, down. Waking up the shoulders, and let's change the circle direction. Deeper breaths. Oh, and then we could bring the fingertips onto the shoulders and circle the elbows. Opening up your shoulder joints, your chest, your ribs. We'll change the circle direction. So let's interlace the fingers. We're going to push out through the heels of the hands and lift the arms up and send the heels of the hands up. Stretch the skin of the palms, roots of the fingers, stretch up, lift your shoulder blades, lift your trapezius muscles, engaging the core as we take a little side stretch to the left, opening up the side of your trunk and change sides. Good. This time we'll support ourselves with a hand, left hand down, right arm up and over. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale in your own rhythm. So let's stay on the left hand or the right hand. You might like a cushion to rest your elbow on or a block, whatever you have, a bolster. Opening up your side body a little bit more, releasing the QL, quadratus lumborum, your latissimus dorsi, serratus anterior muscles between your ribs. Reaching out through the fingers, and then with a soft elbow, we'll start to circle the whole arm, full circumduction. Explore your fullest range of movement here, gently, kindly. Let's change the circle direction. Breathing down into your belly. Keep your diaphragm soft. We'll bring the palm of the hand to rest at the back of the head. Draw the elbow into the space behind you. And let's take a couple more breaths here. Smooth and steady, soft and long, or short. Just let your body reveal to you what feels like the best breath, the right breath for this shape. Okay, we'll release the arm. And let's do the same on the other side. So perhaps taking the block or cushion, reaching through the fingers. Feel that line of energy from your hip out beyond your fingertips. Can you stretch a little bit further? Opening up the heart and lung meridians, the small and large intestine meridians. So we're going to circle with a soft elbow, exploring any difference between the left and the right shoulder, and changing the direction. Keeping your breath rhythmic. So let's bring the palm to rest at the back of the head, or draw the elbow into the space behind. Exhaling, gently drawing belly to spine. One more breath. And let's release, and we'll come back to center, and we'll just circle out the shoulders again, just loosening up there. Okay, so you might want to sit on a cushion or a block now. We're going to come into some breath of fire practice with mudra, with an arm movement. So breath of fire, let's just do it by itself first of all. So you could put a hand on your belly if you like. Belly comes forwards on inhale, back to the spine on exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. We'll hold the next in breath. Inhale deeply. Hold it. Lift the root locks. So lift up the perineum, engaging anus and genitals, lifting, drawing chin back towards the spine, Jalandhara Bandha, throat lock. Holding just as long as feels good for you. Concentrating light energy in the central channel. Feel free to exhale anytime you like. Otherwise, we'll hold together. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly releasing the locks gently. Take a breath. Good. So find your own rhythm with this. So we're going to do an arm movement. So the arms are going to come up and over, and we'll join fingertips and thumb tips together. And then exhale, the arms come down, lightly touching the earth with your fingertips. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, you can close the eyes, awareness in the third eye. Breath of fire, so feel free to speed up as you pump your belly. Pumping like bellows. Three, two, one. So we're going to interlace the fingers and point the index fingers up, stretch the arms up, lift your shoulder blades, lift your trapezius muscles. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Hold the next in breath, inhale deeply. Lift and squeeze, lift the root lock, closing the throat, chin slightly down towards the chest, back towards the spine. Awareness in the third eye, and the tip of the tongue resting at the soft palate towards the back of the roof of the mouth. See if you can stretch up a few more millimeters. Hold the breath as long as feels okay for you. Anytime you like, you can exhale. Otherwise, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the arms out to the side, making a funnel, palms to the sky. Long, slow breaths. Release the root lock. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Calling down the light. Crown of the head open. You can imagine a beam of light, a column of light, connecting you to the celestial realms. Drawing in divine light down through the central channel, all the way down to your root. One more breath, inhale deeply. Hold that breath, lift the root lock, closing the throat. Awareness to the third eye, tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, towards the back of the roof of the mouth. Stretch the arms, stretch the fingers. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, gently release the arms down. Let's roll out the shoulders. Okay, so let's start to wake up the abdomen, the thigh center, the solar plexus, the womb chakra, Swadhisthana chakra. So we're going to drop back onto the elbows and we're going to start to pump the legs. So using that same breath of fire. So just if anyone's bleeding today, you might just want to come back into this. Just give your belly a rest. Better not to work the abdominal muscles when we're bleeding. If you're okay to work, let's go. Inhale, exhale. Breath of fire. So here we can start to channel our rage and anger to turn it into a creative force, creating for good in the world. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's come down to rest. We'll hug the knees into the chest. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Okay, so let's take the arms out wide to the side, palms face up. We're going to take the knees to the left and the knees to the right. So the legs are hovering. So keep your knees and thighs together and press your shoulder blades down. Press your elbows down, your upper arms down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more on each side. And then we'll come back to center. And let's take the legs up. We'll take the arms up and over. Now you're welcome to have your knees bent here, if need be. Otherwise, legs straight. See what works for you. Deep breath in. Exhale, lifting head and shoulders. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. So just see what's possible for you here. If you're quite strong in your core, you could lower your legs down towards the floor. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Rest whenever you need to, whenever you want to. No pushing, forcing, straining. Three, two, one, and again, hug your knees in, and we'll roll the head from side to side. Okay, so back to center. Let's rest the hands down, palms face down, feet hip width apart, toes point forwards. We're going to slowly peel off the spine, lifting hips to sky. Inhale, rolling down, exhale, upper back, middle back, lower back. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Good, a few more times. So just waking up your spine as though you're lifting and lowering a heavy chain, one link at a time. And then holding at the top, hold and breathe. And we're going to just forget about that lifting and lowering one vertebra at a time. This time we're going to, almost like we're kissing the ground, kissing the earth with the butt cheeks, up and down with breath of fire. So maybe not going quite as high. Down, up. Inhale down, exhale up. Find your rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Really squeezing your bum. Find your rhythm. Waking up your glutes, waking up your roots a little bit more, bringing a lot more blood and energy down into these lower two chakras, the earth, the water, Bringing more energy up to the fire, more energy up to the heart. Going to do another 10, lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the lift, hold the lift. Hold and breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Draw the inner thighs a little bit closer together. Squeeze your bum. Relax your face, release your jaw. Good. 3, 2, 1. And gently lay down your spine. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Beautiful. So hug your right knee into your chest. Slide out your left leg along the floor. And we'll bring that right knee over to the left side. So into a supine twist. That's it. Right arm in line with the right shoulder. You can roll your palm to face up. And the head can either be neutral in the center or perhaps even rolling the head to the right side or the left side or both sides. What works best for you? Filling, 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 emptying, releasing, letting go. And you could also stretch the arm up above your head, reach for the wall behind you. Stretch long, open up the whole side of your torso. Good, beautiful. One more breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release, and we'll come back to center. Inhale. So let's change the legs over, hugging in the left knee. Good, sliding out the right leg and bringing that left knee over to the right side. Palm of the left hand facing up, left arm in line with the left shoulder. Taking some really lovely, nourishing, healing breaths. Filling, filling, filling. Emptying, releasing, letting go, purifying the bodies, the layers of your body, the koshas, the sheaths, the food body, the gross body, annamaya kosha, the mental sheath, manomaya kosha, the pranic sheath, the light body, pranamaya kosha, the wisdom sheath, the layer of your intuition, vijnanamaya kosha, the bliss sheath, anandamaya kosha, and connecting to the Supreme Self, who you truly are, your true essence. Let's take one more breath. Okay, so coming back to center, let's bring both knees back into the chest, and we'll start to roll, get a little bit of momentum going as you rock and roll forwards and back. So we're going to hover in this half boat, rolling and hovering, finding your balance. Hold it for a second and roll. And hover. And let's do it one more time. So we'll hold it here. Lift up through your spine. You can either keep your legs supported here or extend the arms parallel to the floor. Squeeze your knees and thighs together. Some of you might be able to straighten the legs. Just see what's manageable for you. Okay, great, well done. And let's place the feet hip width. Fingers point forwards, hands shoulder width. We're going to lift up. So starting to load up your wrists and arms and shoulders. Inhale down, a bit like we did before. Exhale up. Inhale down. Make sure your thighs are parallel. Breath of fire. Find your own rhythm. Three, 2. Hold the last one. Hold and breathe if it feels okay. Long, slow breaths. Draw the inner thighs a little bit closer together. Lift your belly, lift your pubis, lift your tailbone. Maybe drop your head back if that feels good, or keep the back of your neck long. Squeeze your bum. Press down, lift up. 3, 2, 1, relax. So bring the soles of the feet together. Let's roll in the left thigh, roll in the right thigh, holding your ankles. So gently waking up the inner groins, inner thighs, hips, flapping the butterfly wings gently. Filling, 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 emptying, releasing, letting go. So holding still. So you can either keep lifting up through your spine. If you need to protect your sacroiliac joint, if you have any back issues, just go easy with this. Let's see how it feels. You could hold your toes and bend your spine, excuse me, round your back. Take your chin to your chest and stretching out lower, middle, upper back. Drop your shoulders down. That's it, good. Maybe elbows pressing onto the legs, maybe not. Upper legs, lower legs. All right, we'll come back to center. And let's take the legs out wide to the side. So you can have the hands resting on the legs, maybe fingers point in, point out, whichever way you like. So we're just going to start with a little rocking forwards and back. So feel into your anchor points, your heels and your sit bones. We've got those 4 anchor points. And then we're going to start to turn towards the left leg. Inhale down through the center line. Exhale, inhale up. Exhale to the right leg. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So we're focusing today on earth and fire for this new moon in Taurus, this transformative time, very strong time, emotionally speaking, for a lot of people with the planets the way they are right now. So you could keep your hands here, just supporting your torso a little bit, micro movements or bigger movements. If you want to make it a little bit more strengthening for your core, we could take this butterfly hand mudra, so the thumbs are crossed, and then exhale, inhale, down through the center line, inhale up, exhale, turn, inhale up, exhale, turn. Good, that's it. So you want to keep your legs engaged, your core engaged, providing the support. We're just going to do another 2 cycles. And the last one, wherever you find yourself, whichever leg, just rest one hand down on either side of the leg, twist and turn through your waist, through your torso, and bring your chest towards your thigh. Slide your shoulders back away from the ears. Gently ground down through the backs of both knees, both thighs. Exhaling belly to spine, softening the breath, deepening the breath where you can. Let your body guide you. Listen to what feels possible, what feels pleasurable. Good. So let's switch sides. Lift and turn. Turn through your waist. Bring the chest forward. So we're working on the meridians running through the legs. So we've got kidney, bladder running down the backs of the legs. We've got stomach and spleen running down, and liver and gallbladder as well, running down the inside. Liver and gallbladder, stomach and spleen down the outside. Okay, beautiful. So let's come back. So a little bit like we did earlier on. Do you remember we did the pumping of the legs, a little bit like that? We're going to do something similar, but a little bit more engaging for the core. So got my hands down behind me, not resting on my elbows this time. Legs are crossing. Open, close. Inhale, exhale. If you wanted to, you could also do this lying down, a little bit more manageable. If you're not feeling so strong or fired up today, feel free to do this one lying down. Good, another 3, 2, 1. And then let's come back. We'll put the legs back down and let's come into a forward fold. So either resting on your palms, possibly your elbows. Maybe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel free to make any sounds that feel good for you. Releasing, letting go, getting energy moving through your throat. Clearing any blockages. Getting energy flowing down through the central channel from root to crown. Okay, great. So let's come back up. Inhale. Let's bend up the knees or cross the legs. Let's come on to hands and knees. So we've got the hands shoulder width. We've got the knees hip width. We're going to start to round up the back, arching and dipping. And see if there's any little tangles that we haven't managed to get to yet. Releasing lower middle upper back, the hips. Good, let's do one more time. All right, beautiful. And then let's tuck the toes under and we'll lift the knees coming into downward facing dog. So letting the heels sink back and down. If it feels good, maybe the left heel sinking, the right heel sinking. Good, and then both heels down together. Pressing the hands forwards and down, sinking the heels back and down. Taking the chest towards the thighs. And let's try a little gliding now into straight arm plank, gliding forwards and back. Down dog, plank, down dog, plank. Really nice. Let's hold the plank. Let's see if we can hold the plank. If that feels okay, you can always rest your knees down anytime you like. Okay, so then we'll take the knees down and let's cross the ankles. You probably know what's coming now. So press up. So we're going to take the chest down. Push with all your might as you inhale. Push the floor away. Exhale down. Inhale, push away. Even if you only come down a couple of inches. couple of weeks of this, you soon get stronger. Okay, last one. And let's take a moment in child pose. So buttocks to heels, forehead to floor. Breathing into your sacrum, into your lower back. Good, one more breath. And let's come back up onto all fours. So we're going to just change the angle of the screen. We're going to come into a low lunge. So we're going to bring the right foot forwards. Hands on the front knee. Check your right knee is more or less over your right ankle. So we're going to sink and rise. And sink and rise. Just exploring your range of movement. What feels good for you here? Let's stay in the low lunge. So dropping down, just tugging on the connective tissue, the ligaments and tendons. You could let the arms hang loose. And then we're coming away from that edge. So drawing back into neutral. Right foot is dragging energetically that way. And the left knee is dragging that way. So we're coming in, engaging the leg muscles, interlacing the fingers behind the back. And opening up the chest, draw your shoulder blades together, lift the arms up, open your chest, squeeze your bum, press the sacrum in and squeeze the outer hips in, draw the sit bones together. We're going to release, take the left arm up, left elbow against the outside of the right knee, palms into prayer. Either will keep the back knee resting, or tuck your toes, lift the back knee, push out through the back heel. Squeeze the outer hips in. Strengthen the back leg. One more breath. And relax. Rest the knee down. One hand on either side of the leg. We're going to invite the front leg to straightness. Might need your hands on a bolster or bricks. So a little bit like we're doing a revolving triangle here. Instead of doing it in standing, we're going to anchor down into the right heel, left knee, squeeze the outer hips in, press down into your left hand, and we're opening up the chest, reaching up through the fingers of the right hand. Draw the right hip back, touching the sky, reach up, root down. One more breath. And release. So we'll come back onto all fours. Let's come into downward facing dog. We're going to glide through plank. Push out through the heels. Taking knees, chest and chin to the floor. Point the toes back and lift and open your chest. Coming into Bhujangasana, Cobra. And back onto all fours. And let's do the other leg. So left foot forwards. Left knee stacks over the left ankle. We're going to sink and rise. Let's stay in the low lunge. Drop your shoulders, maybe even let the arms hang. Going to come away from that edge. Change the interlace of your fingers. Change your habit pattern. Drag your left foot back, right knee forward. Squeeze the outer hips in. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And release. We'll take the right arm up. Right elbow against the outside of the left knee. Palms into prayer. Hold it there. Or tuck your toes, lift your back knee if that's what you did on the first side. Squeeze the outer hips in. Rotate around your spine. Squishing, squashing your abdomen against the thigh, massaging the digestive system, the elimination system. Push out through your back heel, lift your back knee, and release. Rest your back knee, inviting the front leg to straightness, maybe hands lifted onto bricks or a bolster under your leg. Draw the left hip back. Anchor your left heel, anchor your right hand, and lift your left arm up. Stretch the fingers. Draw the left hip back. Breathing softly, gently, exploring your lung capacity. Exhaling belly to spine. Good, one more breath. Stretch out, touching the sky. And release. This time, we're coming on to the knees. So the knees are hip width. Going into Ustrasana, camel pose. So we've got the thumbs into the sacrum. We're going to send the hips forwards and the shoulders back. Squeeze your glutes, support your lower back. Can either stay there, pressing the spine in, or reaching back, hands to heels. Keeping the weight of the head, strengthening your neck. Good, move your sacrum forwards, one more breath. We're going to lift both hands together. If your hands are on your heels, strong legs, strong abdomen. Inhale to lift up. We'll come back into downward facing dog. Elongate your spine. Beautiful. Let's come forwards into plank. Inhale. Knees, chest and chin, or lower down in one unit. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Inhale, lift and open your chest. Let's hold that chest opener. Hold and breathe. Good. Lovely. Broad across your collarbones, lifting the heart. Two more breaths. Bringing the energy up into the heart, up into the throat. Good. Let's slowly transition back to downward facing dog. And take your time. You're just going to step or walk feet to hands, feet hip width apart. Grab hold of the opposite elbow. Let the back of your head drop down. Maybe swinging the elbows around the shins in a crescent moon. Okay, beautiful. And let's drop the hands to the floor. And we're going to use the mantra Ha. So it's for the heart. It's going to, again, help us move sacred rage and anger through. Ha, ha, ha. And if you want to do, you could almost like you're swinging an axe. You could interlace your fingers. Ha, 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 ha. Two more. Ha, ha. And relax. So soft knees. Let's just take the right hand onto the womb, left hand over the heart center, soft knees, connecting earth and sky through the body. Filling, emptying in through the nose, out through the mouth, maybe with a sigh. Coming back to your center, containing your rage and anger, so we can utilize it as a force for good in the world, so we can transform it into our creativity. And just connecting with what is it that you like to create. Just let yourself be playful with this idea. Like with the enthusiasm of a child, just exploring, playing, light-heartedness, not so serious. What would you like to bring forth, birth into the world? So just holding that project, that idea in your mind, we're going to have a little bit of time for shaking and bouncing, just allowing that creative energy to be distributed through your whole body. So just see what feels good for this. It's just 3 minutes. Whoop. What happened? So coming down to the floor. Oops. I'm going to keep going. Let's come down to the floor and let's just take a moment to absorb all that good energy that we've created so far in our practice. That's it. Good. Laying down, allowing yourself to absorb and nourish. And again, you might like to have your hands resting over your womb space, skin to skin, tucked under your waistband if that feels good. You may prefer to stay seated. Just see where you want to be. That's it. You might want to put on your extra layers. Good. Coming down and in and down. Connecting with Swadhisthana chakra. Allowing that energy to spread through every cell of your body. Bringing in the breath, the life force like sunshine, golden glittering light. Exhaling any remnants of toxins, waste products, whatever doesn't serve you, letting it go through the out breath.
With the light of the sun, I shine, I shine, I shine. With the light of the stars, I shine, I shine, I shine. With the light of the moon, I shine, I shine, I shine. With the light of the earth, I shine, I shine, I shine. Con la luz del sol brillo, brillo, brillo. Con la luz de la estrella brillo, brillo, brillo. Con la luz de la luna brillo, brillo, brillo. Con la luz de la tierra brillo, brillo, brillo. With the light of the sun I shine, I shine, I shine. With the light of the stars I shine, I shine, I shine. With the light of the moon I shine, I shine, I shine. With the light of the earth I shine, I shine, I shine. I shine, I shine, I shine, I shine, I shine, I shine.
I'm sharing a poem with you from Emily Kedar. The light is long today and steady. The earth alive with song, with the desire to make more of herself, with the gladness of being and unfolding, all the while holding our human folly, our misguided meanderings into forgetfulness. Remember breath to breath, heartbeat to heartbeat, the wild worth in your buoyant bones. Remember that you too spring from the earth, even if you forget to flower. Remember to flower. Be a long bloom perennial, steadfast, adaptive, resilient, relentless in your presence. A voice that cuts the chaos of our world with the clear, resonant cry of love. I'll read that one more time. The light is long today and steady, the earth alive with song, with the desire to make more of herself, with the gladness of being and unfolding, all the while holding our human folly, our misguided meanderings into forgetfulness. Remember, breath to breath, heartbeat to heartbeat, the wild worth in your buoyant bones. Remember that you too spring from the earth, even if you forget to flower. Remember to flower. Be a long bloom perennial, steadfast, adaptive, resilient, relentless in your presence. A voice that cuts the chaos of our world with the clear, resonant cry of love. So reconnecting to your sankalpa that you perhaps set at the beginning of the class, sowing some seeds of intention into your heart, into your body, planting seeds in your fertile soil. Remembering what it is you want to bring forth of yourself into this day, into this new lunar cycle. Giving yourself a chance to dream, to imagine, to visualize your future self, your future life, expressing yourself creatively in the world with a light-heartedness, with an innocence, with a joy to share and to be generous with yourself, with your gifts. So inviting some deeper breaths, remembering that your breath is always here for you, like your own therapist that you carry around with you all the time. Letting go of what no longer serves, inviting in a new beginning, inviting in the life force, the energy to sustain you, to regenerate you. And sending love and gratitude to every part of yourself, every part of your body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. So you're welcome to take a stretch or slowly just bending up the knees, rolling onto one side. Take your time, slowly bringing yourself back into sitting. Coming full circle back to where we started at the beginning. No rush. Take your time. Rooting yourself like a tree, roots connected deep into the earth, to the womb of the earth, branches growing up into the sky, towards the light, towards the sun, the heart in the center, nostrils in the heart. Breath by breath, heartbeat to heartbeat, feeling your worth, sitting noble and dignified, sovereign, replacing the crown, putting it upon your own head, and just imagining, how would your crown look if you could fashion a crown out of any material? What would it look like? So again, rejoining left and right palms together at the heart, cultivating the sacred marriage, the union of opposites. Lifting the heart as we inhale, gently bowing the head. May I dwell in the heart. May my heart flower. May I be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May I never be separated from the causes of joy. May I find healing and wholeness. May I be at peace. May all living beings everywhere dwell in the heart. May their hearts flower. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the causes of joy. May they find healing and wholeness. May they be at peace. May we all find what we need. May we all find compassion for ourselves and each other. May we all be free. May we all be peaceful and happy. May all beings in all the worlds be peaceful and happy. So gently eyes opening, coming back into the space. Thank you so much for your practice today. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Good to see you.